Hello, my name is Mr. Imad Al-Magari. Welcome to this channel of Gaza Stories Never Told. You are mostly welcome and I'm very happy to share with you this real story. The following story is very real and it took place during war in Gaza. Consider the following real story, as I do describe and narrate as it happens quite clearly. During the bombing of the city of Gaza, a young man named Ashour found a German shepherd dog that had gotten lost from its owners. Due to the intense shelling, Hamid took the dog into his tent and cared for the dog lovingly, even sharing his scarce food with it. Later, some international organizations reached out to him after hearing his story and asked him to film his life in the tent with the dog, which he did. They were deeply moved by the scene, especially an Irish organization that decided to relocate the dog to a better environment because, in their view, the tent was unfit for living. And so the dog was evacuated to Ireland, while Hamid remained in the same tent, the one they deemed unfit even for a dog. This is where Martin Luther King's quote perfectly applies. The problem is not with the harshness of the world, but with the silence of humanity. True humanity is not selective. It doesn't save the dog, and, forget the man, it doesn't build shelters for animals while people sleep in rubble. It doesn't send planes to evacuate pets and leave children to starve. The world cannot call itself free, and just while it abandons those most in need, while it praises itself for charity but ignores justice, until Hamid and those like him are given the same care and urgency as the dog he rescued. The world cannot claim moral high ground. Compassion must not stop at the boundary of politics or convenience. It must extend to all, or it's not compassion at all. And here lies the tragedy and the hypocrisy. The so-called democratic and free world that claims to uphold human rights and dignity was quick to act for the animal, yet silent in the face of Hamid's own suffering. A world that prides itself on compassion for pets and ethical treatment of animals showed more urgency in relocating a dog than in addressing the unlivable conditions of the man who saved it. This is not a critique of compassion toward animals. Kindness to all creatures is noble, but the stark contrast reveals a disturbing imbalance in global moral priorities. When a dog is seen as more worthy of rescue than a human who has lost everything, we must question what does that say about our collective values. Around the world, displaced family in war zones suffer without shelter, food, medicine, or safety. They cry out, not just for help, but for recognition, for someone to see them, to value them, to remember what their lives matter. Yet often their stories are ignored, their pain politicized, their humanity lost beneath layers of bureaucracy and international apathy. I can help you express your point with clarity and impact, while staying respectful and fact-based. Here's an expanded version that maintains a strong emotional tone without crossing into broad accusations. During the bombing of the Gaza City, a young man named Ashour found a German shepherd dog who had been separated from its owners due to the intense airstrike. Hamid, despite having lost his home and being displaced into a tent, took the dog in. He cared for it with compassion, sharing what little food he had, and treating the animal not just a burden, but as a companion in suffering. Later, international organizations heard about Hamid's story and were deeply moved by his kindness. One Irish organization in particular requested video footage of Hamid's life with the dog inside the tent. Upon seeing the conditions, they deemed the tent unsuitable for the dog, too harsh and unfit for life, and decided to evacuate the animal to a better, safer environment in Ireland. The irony could not be sharper. The dog was rescued, the man remained behind, still in the same tent, still under siege, still struggling to survive. Hamid's story is not unique. In many places, aid and attention reach animals faster than they reach people. This is the symptom of a deeper flaw in how empathy is distributed, not by need, but by convenience or narrative appeal. And it raises uncomfortable questions for the global community. Are we truly committed to human dignity? Are we truly committed to human dignity, or only when it fits within a comfortable, non-controversial frame? Martin Luther King once said, "The greatest tragedy is not the brutality of the evil people, but the silence of the good." The silence in Hamid's case is deafening. It echoes in every tent, every demolished home, every child who sleeps without food or safety, not because help is impossible, but because the world has chosen to look away. This is not just about Gaza. It's about every place where people are treated as statistics, while the system celebrates its humanitarian image through token gestures that avoid the deeper human cost. Thank you very much indeed for following up on this moment. Please do subscribe to the channel of Gaza Stories Never Told. I really in advance thank you for your subscription. Please remember to like, comment, share, and follow up. Thank you very much indeed, and stay safe with your loved ones.